Hi friends, very good morning. Guys, welcome to the reading list from the Hindu newspaper for 7th of July 2023. Guys, the very first news item is Manipur High Court to hear internet ban. Supreme Court declines to intervene. Guys, this is a very important topic from the perspective of both prelims and mains. Here, from the prelims perspective, you see here, okay, a technical term VPN is mentioned already. This can be asked in the prelims examination. Already UPSC has asked once a question on VPN, I think in prelims 2013. So this is a very important topic. What are VPNs? What are the role of VPNs? It is very important because this has been in news in the recent times. Next, they can ask you, okay, the polity question on internet bans. Okay, polity question related to Article 19 in the mains examination. General Studies paper 2. Next topic, freedom of expression being misused in Canada by anti-national elements. Here, India-Canada relation. India-Canada relation in the context of this Khalistan elements. Khalistan elements becomes very important. Guys, this India Canada relationship you need to prepare in General Studies 2 mains perspective. Okay, next, moving on to the next news item. Guys, as envoy says, G20 summit is key event for Russia. Putin visit now a possibility. So guys, India is hosting this G20 summit. Okay, so there is still no consensus on the joint statement, particularly relating to the Ukraine war. So still there is a lot of debate happening. And one more thing is that, okay, maybe Putin may visit India for this G20 summit. Therefore, okay, G20 summit becomes very important. This year also there was one question on G20 in the prelims examination. So G20 is important from the mains and prelims both. Next, SEC to blame for corpses on the streets, West Bengal governor. Guys, this topic is important from the prelims perspective. Okay, who appoints state election commission and who can remove state election commission? Because you see here, okay, the article is talking about the appointment. The governor says that I am disappointed by your appointment, something like that. So who appoints SEC becomes very important. Next, you see MPs walk out as a panel chair disallows debate on Manipur. Guys, in this topic you need to prepare what are standing committees. From the prelims perspective, what are standing committees? Okay, standing committees of parliament. And from the mains perspective, you need to discuss the role of standing committees. Guys, next topic, okay, Collegium proposes new chief justices for 7 high courts. So guys, here you need to prepare Chief Justice of High Court. What is his role? Okay, appointment, power, all these things you need to prepare. Moving on, guys. Okay, Madras High Court declares election of Theni MP as null and void. So guys, this topic is important from the perspective of mains. RPA Act. Okay, because under the RPA Act, okay, any member who wants to fight election, they have to declare their property, and if there is, okay, suppression of facts, okay, then they can be disqualified. So this is a very important topic, RPA Act. Next, non-compliance of orders of Green Court by government is a serious issue. Here, this topic is important from the prelims perspective. Okay, NGT, role, powers, and from the mains perspective, General Studies paper 3. Okay, the role of NGT becomes very important. Okay, guys, moving on to the next topic. Okay, you can see Project Puri. So guys, this topic is important from the prelims perspective. Okay, temple architecture. Okay, so in particular you have to prepare Puri temple architecture. However, you can also revise today the temple architecture, okay, of India. What are the different types of temple architecture in India? Okay, Nagara, Dravida, etc. you need to prepare. Next, you can see this topic. Okay, hope India implements Indus Water Treaty in good faith Pakistan. So guys, this topic is important from the prelims perspective. What is Indus Water Treaty and what are the rivers under this treaty which is shared between India and Pakistan. Who brokered the treaty? So World Bank. Okay, all these things you should know, prelims perspective. And this is also important from the mains perspective. Mains perspective, see, Indus Water Treaty is becoming a hot potato between India and Pakistan. The reason is because of increasing climate change and various other concerns. Okay, there is a debate about, okay, how should this treaty be renegotiated, if at all. Another point which can be asked in the prelims is various, okay, projects which are coming over this rivers which are under Indus Water Treaty, like Kishan Ganga and Ratel hydropower project. So Kishan Ganga and Ratel hydro project, okay, can be a prelims, okay, question, okay, on which river they are being constructed. Further, guys, NGO asks, SC asks NGO to move center against the issue of Sarpanch Patism in politics. Guys, this topic is important from general studies to mains perspective. Here basically NGO has moved the Supreme Court, saying that what is happening is that in place of the female elected representatives at the local level, what happens, the husband of the female elected representative, he is basically functioning. So it is called the phenomenon of Sarpanch Pati. Okay, so against this phenomenon, okay, the NGO has basically moved the Supreme Court. So Supreme Court has said that better you go to the center, okay guys. So this is very, very important from the mains perspective. They can ask you this year, okay, to critically examine the functioning of Panchayati Raj institutions in the context of women participation. This topic is also important from General Studies paper 1, society, also in the mains examination. Okay, this phenomenon of Sarpanch Pati. Guys, moving on, India needs a uniform civil code. This is a very good article written by our honorable former Vice President of India. Please do read it. It's very good article. Next on, guys, food inflation. Guys, this is important from the prelims perspective. Food inflation. Okay, so guys, you all know what is core inflation. Okay, what is headline inflation. Okay, these all things you should know. Okay, next, limits of expression. Implementation of food security schemes must be the focus. So guys, open market sales scheme is in news for the last couple of weeks because of the Karnataka issue. You need to prepare this, and you need to prepare also National Food Security Act and various provisions related to that. Guys, moving on, internationalization of rupee without coin tossing. Guys, here this topic is a very, very important topic from the prelims perspective and also the mains perspective. General Studies paper 3. From the prelims perspective, they can ask you, what do you mean by internationalization of rupees? What are the positives? What are the negatives? And also, okay, what is capital account convertibility? Guys, as far as mains is concerned, they will ask you to critically examine this internationalization of rupee. What are the concerns which are there? Here, from the prelims perspective, you need to remember there is a committee called Tarapur Committee, which is related to this internationalization of rupee or capital account convertibility. So please do read this Tarapur Committee and also prepare the rupee convertibility. Okay, convertibility from the prelims perspective. Okay, current account convertibility and the capital account convertibility. India has current account convertibility but not capital account convertibility. It's a very, very important topic. You need to prepare this. Further on, should internet shutdowns be maintained, be used to maintain public order? It is a very important topic from the mains perspective. Okay, internet shutdowns. Okay, next on, moving on, guys, what are dark patterns? Okay, this is very important from the prelims perspective. What are dark patterns? So dark patterns refers to design or the user interface techniques that is intentionally crafted to manipulate or deceive users from making certain choices or making certain actions that may not be in their best interest. So dark patterns are becoming more and more common in e-commerce, and the Department of Consumer Affairs and the Advertising Standards of Council of India have come out with some directives as far as dark patterns are concerned. So you need to prepare this Advertising Standard Council of India, okay, which is this body under which, okay, what kind of body is this? Okay, you should prepare that. Further, moving on, guys, this is a very, very important topic. Okay, the High Sea Treaty. Guys, there is a new treaty under the UNCLOS, known as biodiversity of areas beyond national jurisdiction, BBNJ, which has been adopted by the United Nations under UNCLOS. So this is the third treaty to be adopted under UNCLOS. The first one was in 1994, which was for the International Seabed Authority, and the second treaty was in the 1995 Fish Stock Agreement, and this is the third treaty. Okay, which very important. Please prepare this topic. Very important. I must say, definitely one question is going to come in the prelims examination next year. Even in mains examination also, they can ask you about this development. Further moving on, India-France gears for Modi's visit focus on key deals. Guys, this year we are celebrating 25 years of strategic partnership between India and France. So please prepare India-France relationship from the mains perspective. From the mains perspective, you need to prepare that. Moving on, guys, India needs at least 20 lakh deep engineers. Okay, deep tech engineers. So what are deep techs? They can ask you. Next, India expects EU carbon tax to hit steel and iron exports. So guys, okay, what is this EU carbon tax? What is this EU carbon tax? You need to prepare from the prelims perspective and also from the mains perspective, the impact of it. Last topic, okay, a semaglutide miracle repurposing diabetes drug for weight loss. So what is, first of all, they will ask you what is repurposed drugs. What are repurposed drugs from the prelims perspective, and you need to prepare this semaglutide. You need to prepare this semaglutide. Further, guys, okay, this topic of migraine or headaches was also in news today. Just go through it. Not very important from the exam perspective, but you should go through it. It's a very, okay, you will get some awareness about headaches and what causes headaches and what are the various remedies for headaches. You need to go through it. So thank you, friends. Bye bye. Take care.